welcome back to day 2 of the Mineral Resources Review 2025 here at the beautiful Delta Hotel. Today's thought leadership is brought to us by Raleigh Drilling Services and powered by Gale Force Winds. I have the pleasure this afternoon of having Gerald Pearson. Gerald is with Raleigh Drilling Services. So first of all, Gerald, thank you guys so much for being a sponsor again this year. I know that you're an ongoing sponsor to Gale Force Wind, so we really appreciate that. Tell us a bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and what you do at Raleigh Drilling.
Well, I'm Gerald Pearson. I'm the general manager at Raleigh Drilling. So I started out in 1987, so it was a family business. I was the first non-family person hired, I believe.
Wow, since 1987, that's amazing,
yeah.
Gerald.
So I've done some other stuff in between. Back then, you had a contract, so you went and done it. So I've done a variety of things. I worked for a paving company and other stuff in between, but I always kept coming back to the drilling thing. It was the draw of whatever, and it was good money. So, yeah.
And so I guess you've progressed up through over the years to general manager, or did you start out?
No, I was started out as most people do in the drilling thing, as a drill helper, then to a driller. I actually worked with Robin's father as his helper, and only for a couple of weeks, and he thought I was catching on pretty good. He had to go to town to get something. Went to town, come back, and I had quite a bit of rocks in the box, and he said, "Don't need me no more." So then I was a driller from then on, and then moved up into a project manager role.
Wow.
From that, and then from that to general manager. I guess I've done some HR and logistics, and it was a company where you kind of had to fill in a few blanks,
wore many
right?
hats,
You wore
right?
many hats.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have a team. That's the way it's been. You're part of a team, and it's great. You don't, if somebody needs some help, you give them the help they need. So yeah.
Jump in. Yeah. So how many people do you have working in your operations now?
It would just be a guess, I think, but it's probably roughly around 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Right around there, give or take. So it fluctuates some, just depends on contracts coming on, but it's pretty steady.
Okay. And do you have much trouble finding people? I know in the mining space, but even outside of that, I mean, companies are struggling.
We've been very fortunate with the jobs in Newfoundland. I will tell you that we've had great workforce, and it's getting more challenging or whatever. I don't know why. It was like post-COVID, like it was like just almost like people disappeared.
Where did they all go?
So yeah, it's becoming definitely more of a challenge, and I know we have someone we hired new doing the HR stuff, so we're actually building up say a file of people, so we do some pre-screening and then do interviews with them so that they're ready to go, because with us a lot of times when you add a drill, you're going to need a half a dozen people right away.
Okay, so how many people does it take to operate your drill, and are you 24/7 operation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So each crew would have, and depending on the situation, but you have a driller and a helper, and a lot of the jobs we go to, we'll have a supervisor.
Okay.
And he may supervise and haul fuel or whatever, and sometimes we have a fifth man, which is an extra person which would watch pumps and extra stuff, so it all depends. But each shift has definitely a driller helper and one other person. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then an operator by times, and sometimes that operator is the supervisor, same thing. So
again, a small operation, that's what we do. We wear many hats, right? And
that's right.
And you need people who don't mind doing that, and diversity, and
they're good paying jobs, and we really like to find people that would have vested interest in stuff, I guess, so to speak. So we offer, RSP stuff, good benefits and stuff. We like to get people and keep them around and have them be, part of the team, I guess is what it is. So,
and I guess they can progress as well.
Yes.
They start as a helper and then you train them really, because I don't think there's a whole lot of training out there to become a driller.
It's really not.
As such. So you have to kind of train your own.
Well, we do, and we started at first, we were hiring drillers from, all over the place and flying them in. And sometimes it was hard to keep them, or whatever, they were from away. So we thought, let's try to find people locally and train them. And I use this as kind of a joke, but instead of them bringing their bad habits, we like to teach our own bad habits. So, but we train everybody. Everybody does things in the same way, the same manner, and it's worked well. So in the beginning, it's hard because you're spending so much time training, but it's so worth it when you get the people that are, they know how we want it done and how to do it, and it works out really well. So if we're talking fifth man, who's the extra person, he would be a drill helper in training.
Okay.
And then the drill helper is a driller in training. And then the driller could probably end up being a supervisor, which has happened on our longer term projects. And maybe either that or he'll become a field man or a superintendent of the site. So,
It's a great concept, to be honest, because as you said, it's really hard to find the skill sets of those that have the training or, the experience. And if you can train your own, industry shows that that's a better way of retaining people. So it's a great we call that a retention strategy.
Well, it is.
And,
it really is.
And treating your people well, which
and that is it. That is it. Because with us, it's an open door policy. You can bypass me if you would like and talk to the president on your phone if you're a drill helper. So, we don't want everybody calling him out every hour of the day, but we have that open door thing that you like to get out and talk to the guys and whatever. You got to remember that when we started, we were doing exactly what we want them to do type of thing. So,
Wow, that's really really good to hear. I'm in the HR business as well, so when I hear companies having training programs and looking ahead at how they can retain their people, then that's you're ahead of a lot of companies. A lot of people don't do that.
Exactly. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to put our HR person in touch with you.
Well, again, people is certainly my background as well, but that's a great strategy, Gerald. Have you found that has helped with turnover and reducing turnover by taking people very junior and allowing them to work their way through,
very much,
become part of the team and the family, right?
Very much so. And you got to have patience too. And most people, you've got to give them the chance, and you can never be in too big a hurry because it's a dangerous profession too.
Yes.
It can be. And we have as many safeguards in place as you possibly can. So you want them to learn and not have somebody that is too aggressive or whatever. You have to have those people that are,
willing to learn,
take the time, show them, spend that extra time, and they'll become very good employees, right?
So Gerald, good opportunity now. If you're looking for people, can they apply on your website? Do you have a process?
Yeah, so rallydrilling.com.
Okay.
So it's on there. Definitely apply. If you're looking for a job in the field, reach out, because you never know, right?
You never know.
They're good paying jobs, and we have...
Is it a rotation as well?
We do a lot of 28 and 14 stuff, but we also have mechanics, I think, do 2 and 1. I'm not sure, there's a few different ones. So sometimes you have to adjust things to make it work. With mechanics and stuff's a bit different. Operators sometimes a bit different, but it's most times a rotation, because when you go out on a job, you're there for so many meters, so you work around the clock. So so
amazing.
Yeah.
So what do you hope to get out of this week here at this review?
We definitely want our name out there, and these work well. And it's a small community, the mining community.
It is.
Like I see the same people here every year. Same, we go to Toronto and it's catch up. What are people doing or whatever? And I think we've got a lot of work from these. You know, just word gets out. You're here. People get a chance to see the face. If you're looking through and you see an ad for a drilling company, well, I wonder who runs it. I wonder what kind of people they are.
Yep.
I wonder what they have for equipment. So this is the place to compare notes. Suppliers are here, and they're trying to, you know, they want to sell you stuff, so you figure out any of the new technology that's out there, and there's a lot of it coming. So anyway, yeah.
They're great,
So,
and they are. These events are great in terms of information, finding out what's happening in the mining space in our province, reconnecting with people you know, meeting new people, and hopefully walking away with new work out of it, and people knowing more about Rally Drilling, and you know, for that reason, you know, sponsoring events like this,
Yes.
that really helps.
yes. Well, and I mean, it's if you don't go out and put your name out there, people may never know. That's why I say if you go to these events and sponsor them, the events keep going because of sponsorship or whatever. And then there's things like this Gale Force Winds. It's incredible that you can get your word out, and it's
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Gerald, is there anything else you'd like to share before we conclude?
I think that pretty well wraps it up. So if you're looking for drilling work, you know where to look. So.
Check Rally Drilling Services out. Again, sponsor for today. Very much appreciated, Gerald, and thank you so very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of this event.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.